Hello, my name is Mark Smith on behalf of MJ Smith & Associates, and I have my colleague Mike Aurora here, and we're wanting to share with you a year-end tax planning tip that we think you need to be aware of. In 2013, Colorado has reenacted the Child Care Credit Program. This program allows a donor to receive a 50% tax credit up to the dollar amount of contribution to an eligible organization. I'm pleased to report to you that many organizations that are tax exempt in nature have child care credit programs. In other words, the list that we maintain in our office will show organizations such as the Catholic Church, the Jewish synagogues. We have the Salvation Army that I've represented over many, many years. We have the Boy Scouts of America. We have different cities and municipalities. So in other words, there's a long list of charitable causes that you might be interested in giving that have a Colorado tax credit attached to it. Now what I'd like to do, if I may, is to ask Mike to illustrate the powerful advantage that a tax credit has in contrast to a tax deduction.
Thanks, Mark. So really what we're looking at is comparing a charitable gift versus charitable gift including the child care credit program. So really what that child care credit does is it supercharges, if you will, your charitable gift. So if we take a look at giving $1,000 just to a charity of your choice versus giving $1,000 to a charity of your choice that also is eligible for the Colorado Child Care Credit Program, if we compare those two, you can see there's quite a large difference in how much money out of pocket a donor might be between the two. So if we take a look at giving $1,000 to a charity without the Colorado credit, we assume that the donor is in the 30% tax bracket and 5% tax bracket as far as state taxes. With zero Colorado credit there, we're basically looking at $650 out-of-pocket cost to give $1,000 to a charity. So the other $350 will be more or less back in pocket as a result of tax savings. If we compare that to the Colorado Child Credit Program, if you give to a charity that's eligible for that Colorado Child Care Credit Program, you give that $1,000. We take 30% out of that for federal tax savings. We've got the same $300 federal tax savings. We take the next 5% out. We've got the $50 state tax savings. But then if we add on the Colorado credit of 50%, we actually get another $500 back in pocket out of that total gift. So total out-of-pocket cost to give $1,000 to an eligible organization actually only comes out to about $150 out of pocket. So talk about really supercharging your charitable inclinations there.
Thank you, Mike, for that example. What I'd like to do is share with you one extra piece of insight relative to the power of the Colorado tax credit. It's well known that for those of you that have reached the age of 70 and a half, that you have to begin to pull your monies out of your retirement accounts. In other words, there's what's known as the required minimum distribution. You can actually, under the tax law this year, you can have any dollars that you'd like to have go to charity go directly out of your IRA to the charitable cause up to $100,000. If the organization that you send those dollars to is eligible for the Colorado Child Care Credit Program, what you'll see is that you will also be eligible for the 50% tax credit. Now, let me make sure you understand what I'm talking about here. By having your IRA send the monies directly to charity, none of that income shows up on your tax return. Nonetheless, you would get, when you file your state income tax return, a 50% credit against those taxes because of the fact that this contribution went to that charitable cause. In other words, this is a way to, in fact, for those of our clients that are forced to pull monies out of their IRAs, to actually walk away with a 50% return on their charitable contribution and never have that money show up in their tax return. So it's a wonderful year-end tax planning tip for those of you that are required to pull monies out of your IRAs. In summary, we're here to help you with year-end tax planning, and we look forward to any calls you may have. Thank you very much.